first, let me welcome everybody here. I'm Scott Hamby, the Public Works Director for the city, and I want to thank everybody for coming out. And before we get started, we got a couple people who are going to say a few words, but I wanted to acknowledge a few people first also. And I saw somebody, we're supposed to have a Caltrans, oh here he comes now. But wanted to acknowledge Caltrans and the Santa Cruz Regional Transportation Commission for funding. We're actually opening two projects today. From here to the back of Siltanen Park is the Shugart Pathway and Bridges project. And then once you leave Siltanen Park on the other side and you hit the sidewalk, that's the Vine Hill School Road and Tabor Drive sidewalk and bicycle path project. So two different projects, very similar funding sources through Department of Transportation. So I want to definitely acknowledge that. And Don Miyahara here is our Caltrans local assistance rep. So we can thank Don. Also, I want to thank Mesiti Miller's here. We have Rodney Cahill here, and Dale Hinsby, I think, is here with Mesiti Miller, design engineers on the project. We have Monterey Peninsula Engineering. Bart here is with MPE, and Bart Bruno. So I want to thank MPE for a nice job and limited change orders. Always appreciate that. And to help with that, I want to acknowledge Majid Yamin. Majid, longtime city engineer, recently retired. But during these projects, anytime you want to find Majid, you just come out here. Because he was living here. I think he was probably getting his mail here for the whole time during these projects. It was really a full-time job keeping up. So thanks a lot for that, Majid. I want to acknowledge that. So, and I know we have our city manager here today, Steve Ando's here, and we have council members here. Mayor Dean, he's going to cut the ribbon later.
I see Perez.
We have, okay. And Donna Lynn here, Councilmember Donna Lynn. And Don Miyahara, we said thank you to you when you were on your way up here, but thanks a lot for your assistance and help with the funding.
Danny Reber, our new chamber
So
director.
yeah, Danny Reber here, the new chamber. So and then and we have some representatives from the school districts here today, and I'm actually going to ask one of them if they would say a few words, but that deserves a special thank you because I really want to thank Penny Weaver, Scotts Valley United School District Superintendent here, and Julie Ebert, who's over there, and Patience of Job, Julie, thank you. Julie and I became good text buddies through the course of this project, and trying to keep things moving. I don't know if Valerie is here today.
She's coming up right behind
you. Okay, and Valerie Barreto with the principal of Scotts Valley High School. So, and thank you. I'm thanking you for all your patience during the project.
Oh, okay.
But and Julie, if I didn't say, she's the Vine Hill Elementary School president or principal. Try that again. Okay. So I think with that, I've said the thank yous that I want to. I'm sure I've said many, but I probably forgot some, so I apologize for that. But we do want to hear from the school district today, and then we have a couple of our mayor and vice mayor are going to say a few.
So I'm Penny Weaver, and I have the privilege of serving as superintendent of one of the best school districts in the world, as far as I'm concerned. It's a wonderful place for our students and staff to learn and work. And with me is Valerie Berto, our Scotts Valley High School principal, Julie Ebert, Vine Hill Elementary principal, in case you missed the introductions, Mike Smith, facilities and operations director, and together with the rest of our colleagues, we're here to work for our students every day, and we are so grateful. The city was very proactive and went out and secured funding through the Safe Routes for Schools grant for these beautiful bridges, the pathway, the sidewalk work on Tabor Avenue. I think that was a reference to working together with Julie. Some of this work was happening as we were starting school. And with everyone's concern for safety, planning, constant communication, it's really gone very well. And all I want to say is on behalf of the district and our Board of Trustees, how grateful we are to the city of Scotts Valley, the leaders, city council members, our mayor, our police chief, our city manager, Steve. It really takes the whole team working together to make really good things happen. And good things are happening in Scotts Valley. So thank you very much, team. Anything else to contribute?
I wanted to thank the Mini Mermaids for coming out and joining us. This is an after-school fitness running club for girls that's run 2 days a week?
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Kinder to 5.
Kinder through 5th grade.
Fantastic. Mike, Valerie?
I think I'll just chime in with everything that you've said and just note this safe passage, you may not realize it, but high school students will use it in reverse quite often. High school students go to Vine Hill to provide cross-age tutoring and other kinds of assistance to the elementary students and teachers there. They go to Siltanen Park, they also work there and do community service. So this is going to allow that safe passage both ways. And I actually got a bird's eye personal view a couple of years ago, and I'm trying to remember which police officers I did with, but I put on tennis shoes and it didn't look anything like this. I walk from here to there, going up and down gullies, and they're having to like help me up the little hills once in a while, and I went, oh my God, and students are doing this? So I really appreciate that. Now I can walk this safely, level, and get there on the other side, even in my hills. So thank you very much, everyone, for making it a more safe passage for all of us.
It's unusual, at least in my experience, to see such cooperation between a school district and a city. We have properties that are owned by each of the individual entities, and I defy half the town to tell us where the borderline is. Perfectly example is up here at the Little League Park. The Major League field belongs to the city. The AAA field belongs to Vine Hill School or the school district. The people don't know the difference, and that's a good thing. They shouldn't, because it's all the same taxpayers that pay for it. So thank you very much for the cooperation that we've had throughout the years.
Thank you
All
for
right,
an
thank
excellent
you.
project.
Okay, before I think our next speaker, Vice Mayor Donna Lynn's going to speak, but I do want to mention a couple people showed up after we started, and Perrette Harmon's here from Scotts Valley Water District, General Manager, and we also have our Police Chief John Weiss showed up with staff in hand.
Got backup.
Yeah, we're glad we didn't park on the street. And Mark Masidi Miller is here from Masidi Miller Engineering. So, Mark. And then I think I was remiss, Stephanie Aguilar, Council Member Stephanie Aguilar was here. I didn't mention, I overlaid before. So
My son and our dog too.
all right, there we go.
Since he walks it
Connor?
every day, he's
Yeah.
a high school student, right? So,
I've seen Connor here. I have seen Connor walk this and ride this.
Yep,
Yeah,
every day.
before and after school. So.
And I'm Lex Rowe from the Transportation Commission Bike Committee representing Scotts Valley.
Oh, thank
All right,
you.
David, all right, so with that, Donna?
Well, just one more, the Parks and Recreation Commission, mine, Janet, this was an area that had been on her heart when I first was elected, and I'm glad Janet Vogel is here to, even though she moved out of the area, she stayed connected with Scotts Valley, and I thank you for all your work too.
Thank you.
Great
to see this. Fabulous.
When I was first elected or campaigning, there were a whole group of people up in Glenwood in this area that said, you know, I hope when you're elected you'll help see that the dog park is built for Shugart Park. And I said, yeah. And there were a whole bunch of people that said, we'll help and volunteer. And then as I got elected, I learned about the bridge, the engineering, and how much money that would mean. And I realized that that easy campaign promise that I thought would be no problem with lots of volunteers wasn't so easy to accomplish. And in fact seemed almost impossible until there was RTC grant funds that came through to make this possible. And it's been exciting for me to see the park and hopefully, you know, lead to the dog park being finished, but this pathway and this connection is really exciting to see, and to know that it was done with, you know, pretty much grant funds. So it's not something our general fund could have done, and I know the mayor will talk about that too. But it's a lot of hard work and cooperation that I'm proud to see from our community. Thank you all.
All right, thanks, Donna. Okay, Mayor,
Well, I think everything's been said, so let's just cut the ribbon. No, I have to say something too. First of all, how many of you have swam across this bridge already? How many of you swam under the bridge? No? Down under the bridge? Well, that's probably a good thing. That's why it's here, so you don't have to. You're mermaids.
We're running mermaids.
You're running mermaids. I got it. Well, when you're out of the water, you have feet and legs, right? In the water.
We know what to do with our feet.
Got it. So, you know, it's funny, successes have many fathers, and this one really does. Majid, who's retired, who was really good at always writing grants for the city. Ken Anderson, who's retired, who this project started when Ken Anderson was our public works director before Scott got here, and Scott fortunately was able to pick up the reins and get it finished off for us and get it to the finish line. So there's a lot of folks that are involved in getting something like this underway. Randy Johnson, our council member, and myself serve on the Regional Transportation Commission, and while I won't say we fight for our money, we do advocate for our money here in Scotts Valley, and we like to see it spent in ways that we can kind of maximize those dollars. And this is a good example of being able to not only have good transportation, thoughtful transportation, but also safe transportation for bikes and pedestrians, for children, to help our schools and to help our parks. So it's really it's a kind of a 3-for-1 type of deal. We're able to help our Parks and Rec department, we're able to help our schools, we're able to help traffic flow as well. And those are all good things here, and all things that we need here in Scotts Valley. As far as funding goes, you know, with the grant funding, we also have some matching funds that we at the council thought that this was a good idea to put together here. And this is just one more way that we want to connect the city together. We kind of have a north and south of Scotts Valley in many ways, and the north side of Scotts Valley, the connectivity now is really the high school all the way through to the elementary school with the park sandwich in the middle. We talk about the town center so much, and that's kind of the same vision we want to see down there as well, where we have that connectivity with the parks and hopefully all of those shopping center in this pedestrian friendly, walkable friendly type of atmosphere. So it's a great thing, a lot of hard work for everybody. And we're just very appreciative to the staff who kind of got it over the finish line for us. So with that said, I think we'll go ahead and cut this ribbon. Okay. So, mermaids, I need some help now.
While the mermaids are helping with this, I realize that this is 2 projects, and we've been on this side thinking about Shugart Park. But back here we have Todd Kramer, and Todd is with C2G Engineering, and Todd's firm designed the Vine Hill Tabor Road sidewalk and bicycle project. So definitely want to thank Todd for his involvement there.
You're gonna want to snip and pull on both sides at the same time. Yeah, you're gonna pull it.
Okay, we ready?
Yes.
You guys all in there?
Yeah.
On 3.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Yay!
All right.
We'll do one more. Some of you girls that were in the back, you can come forward, okay? And some of the girls that were in the front, you go towards the back. This way we hopefully get all your faces.
Well, thank you.
And then you can go swim around.
You gotta make it lower.
A little lower?
A little lower.
Did it take a little bit of focus?
There you go.
Yeah, this was on quite
Okay, cut.
Oh! All right.
Oh no.